Yeah, I'm eating. I got that oil pan on and all that. I've got to install this little feller for the oil pump. So I had to pull the oil pan off again and try to get the, I shouldn't say try, I'm gonna put that rod on there. I had to get a retainer. So all the police freaking bolts. Get all this stuff. See, I silicone my edges, so I'm gonna have to clean all that up, re-silicone everything. Bull crap. But I did get my little Chevy done. Yep, we're gonna have to go get an extension for that one. If I can find one. That big long filler. Hey, look, there's that 15 I was looking for yesterday. I didn't go down far enough in the box. Put that in my pocket. Put that right there. There's the 15. Man, I could reach the Titanic down at the bottom of the ocean with that one. Man, I hold my arm up that high, make my shoulders sore. I don't think I got that one all the way. Come on. It's hard to do with one handed there. I gotta change out sockets for the 13. Hopefully I can reach her in there with this thing. Come off there. Ooh! Come out of there. That must be duck season. Duck season must come in. Hear them out there shooting on the river. So I got got much light over here. We're on a rebuilt motor and your fingers look like that. That's crazy, ain't it? But if I put this in what I want to put it in, you know, I want it to match what I want to put it in. You know, I want to kind of I'm thinking maybe like an old Jeep, but slammed down 2-wheel drive. I could make it look like a Model A rat rod or something like that. Shouldn't say rat rod. I don't really. I think I do it a little bit nicer than a rat rod. Yep. Knew that was going to happen. Let me grab my pry bar. Yeah, she glued on there pretty tight. there. Trying to get the silicone to come off the oil pan instead of the gasket coming off the block, because I have that siliconed in the corners. Ah, come on. Making it a pain. Come on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it ain't too bad. Smooth enough where I can just add some more, be done with it. I gotta get a rag. So, pull this bolt and pull these back off. Pull the oil pump. Put that rod on there. Let me get this oil pump changed or pulled. And I'll bring you on. Check her out. Alright, so here's that little clippy thing. Like a retainer. Let me let's see what it calls it on here. General Motors. Not returnable if opened. Well, that's not a good name for it. A joint? I don't know. A highlighted joint on there, but I don't know. I don't know what to really say. Well, there's your part number. Mallory. I don't know. I know it ain't Mallory, but. So my concern is which way. See if you see this one. This one's beveled, and that one's kind of beveled too. I think they're both beveled about the same. They say it should. And you slide it till it pushes on where it pops. And if you see these two things, there it goes. And it pops in there. So that there's a ring in there, a little bit of a lip. So obviously that's what they both connect to. Pop it on so far, it pops, and then it's got them little ears on the end of that thing. So, let's see what we got over here. Let's see what we got. And we just stick it back on. We should be ready to that retainer I ordered, and it ain't supposed to be here till such and such time, and then wasn't gonna make it for this morning, so I ordered another one that'd be here in one day. So that's what I got. And distributor hold down tool wasn't making it here. So there's all it does is just slides on. The retainer falls in over there with the rod, and then it's got two pins that lines up on. And then we put the pan back, or the splash pan, whatever they call this thing. It's some type of splash pan. And I think that's supposed to be tight torque down at 70 foot-pounds. But I tighten it down to, I can't tighten it no more. He's going there. Let's see. Yeah, I do need this big long one on here. I need the long one on here for this one. And these are lock nuts, so them ain't coming off there. Let's see what I do with the wrench. I have the wrenches in my hand for a minute, and then I set them down. I don't know what I did with them, or what I do with them. Stick it in my pocket? No, didn't do that. Should have been over here. Boy, I tell you. There we go. There it is. Yeah, 5/8. We gotta get 70 foot-pounds on this thing. If you want it tight or good. Click. That'll do it. Yep, you guys see me take the oil pan off. I'm just gonna stick some more little bit of silicone in these corners here and here. Try to shoot some underneath if it's unstuck, you know, put some right there underneath the gasket in the corners. I think that one's still stuck. That one's still stuck. I think it's just this one. No, I think they're all unstuck, or all sticking. Yeah, that one there's got to have some in there. So I'll put a little bit down here in that corner. And we'll put our gasket back on. Put our oil pan on, then we'll roll her over. So I'm gonna do that. You guys take a break, get you some breakfast. All right, so I got my oil filter with some filled up with some oil. I don't ever fill oil filters up, but since this one hasn't been cranked up, nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one, fill this one up, and we'll. I know there's a lot of people that do. They fill them up, but if you see some of the equipment that I work on, that it's worked hard, and where their oil filters are at, a lot of times they're upside down. You can't fill a filter, so if it can run for a few minutes without any oil in that filter, one of these can do it, but not on a fresh like rebuild like this. I'm not going to. Plus, I'm going to prime the system anyways. But that's about where we're at now. I gotta find my old distributor, the old Vortec distributor. Yeah, see, strap your motor down, because this has got a little bit of play. But also the other day when I went to roll this over, stuff wasn't real tight, and it jarred a little bit, and it actually made it sit unlevel. So that way I've got leveled. So yeah, I need to put some oil in her now. Oh no, I can't. I gotta pull this harmonic balancer back off, and I've got to put the oil seal in. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Let me see if I got my light. My little light. There we go. So how's this turn on? There we go. There, see? I forgot to put the oil seal in there. Started putting this on, and I'm like, oh man, got my oil seal, so I had to shut her down, and yeah, I had to shut her down, pull it off. I gotta pull it off. I've actually got to go rent the tool because I don't have it. I got to pick up the distributor hold down. That's what I was going to tell you guys earlier. The distributor hold down. It ain't supposed to be. I ordered it, and then it come back saying it won't be here till Tuesday. And I'm a Prime member, so my stuff should have been here the next day. So called O'Reilly's. I said, "Hey man, I need this distributor hold down." I gave him the part number. Said, "All right, I'll be here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock." So, and it would have been here yesterday. And I got to get a gasket. Oh, well, I don't need that quite yet, but I need to get a gasket for the carb. I need to get some fuel line. But I don't even have the dual feed line for this either. So, I mean, I really don't know what. I just need to get the carb on there, and then I could just dump gas in down the throat just to get her to fire up this weekend. Hopefully today. So I'm going to run to the parts store, get my distributor hold down, get this down, the bouncer. Let's see what else do I gotta have. I can order the thermostat gals. I'm buying a motor run stand so I can actually run this a little better. But my oil dipstick, that's another thing I gotta have. Oh, it's over there hanging on the wall. Decent. I knew it was here somewhere. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some oil put in this. I'm going to run to the parts store. So when I get all that done, we'll holler back at you. All right, I'm back with a harmonic balancer puller. That's what she looks like. We're going to pull it. I have a feeling it's these. Not them ones. You know what I do have? Let me try them bolts. Bolts for the pulley. Oh, you know what I forgot to put on? Dirt. You gotta make sure you put this thing on there, so. She'll mess up the threads on the inside of the balancer, or crank, I mean. Let's see, yeah. I'm thinking them are 15s. Let's hope they're 15s. What did I do with the 15s? In my pocket. No, not there. Not there. I gotta find this, gotta find the dang thing. I don't know where I put it. Ah, great. Well, I guess it calls for getting another one. Let's take a bolt with us just to make sure we get the right socket. Pretty sure it's 15. 15? Yep, 15. There we go. That put in there. Got that one there. If you gotta fit pretty good. Let me And screwed in pretty easy. It's this one that's kind of hard. I want to kind of lightly tighten them up and make sure that this one here is centered. Okay. So get them a little tight there, and then just kind of turn that thing in there a little bit. So we turn this a little bit just to verify that it was centered. All right, you guys, what'd you do with the 5/8 you had? Is it this one? What is it? Yeah, that one's kind of sloppy. What is that? A 21. Let's see. There's the 5/8. Might not be a 5/8. No, it's not. It's 3/4 or 19. That's sitting right on the top box. 3/4, 19. They're about the same size. Oh. Let me just give her a nice little turn. Since a nice little turn, it takes a lot to turn it. Oh. She on there pretty good. It's coming off. I can't believe I did that either. Boom, she's off there. Yeah, this thing here is wanting to kind of fall on me a little bit. When you get the oil seal, so I'm gonna put a little silicone around it. This goes this part in. You want the pointy part facing outside the motor, so we'll put a little dab of this stuff right around the edge here. Some added protection, that's all. I need to grab a little bit more, I think. Nah, I think we're good. Here, right there. Then we find a socket big enough to drive her on there, or just use my big mallet, one or the other. Boom. Nope, we're gonna drop her. And we sure did. Oh, the dirt. The dirt. Clean her off there a little bit. Be hard to do two-handed. Or one-handed, I mean. So y'all just gonna have to hang there for a second. And you're in the way. Alright. Maybe y'all can see now? Oh, can you? No, probably not. Yeah, the light's a little bright up there, I guess. Come on, get in there. Come on, don't fight. Too early in the morning for it. Come on. too early in the morning. That fits perfect. Oh. How easy stuff works when you got the right size stuff. So it's in there. So I'm gonna get that balancer put back on there. I'll bring you back when I get it on there and we get this ready to prime this thing. I said I was gonna bring you guys back for the priming. I'm glad I didn't. I forgot oil cooler lines. But anyways, the distributor, the old distributor I had that I was going to use for a priming tool, I don't know what I did with it. I must have thrown it away because I don't have it. So what I did is I took a 12mm socket and put me a piece of metal in there. I cut it off of a piece of angle iron here, and then I made it fit in there, cut it down far enough for it to fit. I just tack welded each end of it here and over there so it wouldn't fall off into the motor. She fits. I meant to do it on that 1/2 inch I had because I don't use the metrics in my 12. This is my good 12, but she goes down in there. She don't want, there she goes. And then she'll catch eventually. But I need to put a piece of black tape on there so that socket don't fall off. I mean, I could probably fish it out with a magnet, but let's see, get on there. Go down on there. Yeah, I'm like, man, that 12's not gonna fit right now, or it won't fit. There it goes. Did you hear it? But yeah. See it leaking out now? There she goes. So yeah, if you ever need one, 12mm. Use your 1/2 inch if that's something you don't normally use, but it fits over a little looser. This is a little tighter. I mean, I think it's just barely catching here and here, but 12mm fits over that shaft a little better. Or I mean, a 1/2 inch fits over it a little better. So I gotta go get some kitty litter. I gotta get something to block that off. I'm going to try to maybe pull these off and just get some caps that go on there. I may have my hydraulic hose caps fittings, but I got to get some of that. I got to take back that harmonic balancer puller if I have to get that, whatever you want to call it. But that's probably a 1/2 quart oil, and it shot out of there all the way over to here. It didn't come out anywhere else. It just shot. So all right, well, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, well, let's see. I got them plugs in there. Went to the hardware store. Some 3/8 plugs. Let's see if we can, see if you guys can see. I taped that socket onto the thing. I can hear it. Oh, and then I didn't plug that. Forgot the oil pressure. Ah. Did you guys see it shoot up out there though? Right there, I forgot to. plug. Hopefully I can find a bolt that'll fit in that. Man, how I keep doing this. I keep forgetting. And I was at the hardware store, or at the parts store this morning. I said, man, I need to get a oil pressure gauge. And then I didn't get one. God. Let's see. Let's try sticking a bolt in there and see if it will. Nope, that's too small. I should go get an oil pressure gauge just because I need one anyways, regardless. That was too big. Let's see what was on this block over here. It's probably not going to be the same anyways. You know, it's Chinese. Or actually, I think these are made in like Japan or Korea or something. What is that wheel pressure line at? I don't know how this oil pressure. Oh, it just has a dummy light. This is a oil pressured system, so this should have what I need right there. I bet you that's it right there. Turn that on for you guys. Right here. I need that right there. I think them are 1/2-inch plugs. Needed 3/8. Them would have worked though. Alright, well, I'm gonna find something to get that out with. Channel locks, something. Yeah, look at all that kitty litter. First time I ever bought kitty litter to clean oil up, because I've never spilled oil up in my garage before. Well, I can't say that. I just ain't never spilt that much. You know, normally it just soaks into the concrete. But this is a newer garage for me, so. Now that was a 3/8 plug, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know if that's the right size. We're gonna find out. I don't think it's the same thread. It is the same thread. And it's not deep enough. Well, I got this piece. So now it makes it easier for me to find a thread and what I need. Does that match? Nope, nowhere close. Let's go back over to the Briggs motor. See what we can find still up off of it. You guys see anything? Well, let's see what we got down up in here. What's that? Nowhere near close. Man. I can't believe you guys would let me do that. So what's on this thing? Bet you that thing right there now. Well, if this thing would have been longer, I'll throw a bunch of pipe dope on there and we'll see. We'll just see. It's the yellow tape too. I buy the yellow. You're not supposed to really use white Teflon tape with chemicals. You're supposed to use yellow for gas. There's still a bunch on there. Maybe it'll seal it up a little bit. What it's doing is hitting the intake manifold. Yep, we'll go with that. See how much is sticking out. But keep an eye on it. Yeah, I think I come up off that thing. Nope, I'm still on it. My gun's wanting to impact. Let me see about getting my drill hooked up to it. And I don't have one of them things, so I don't know how I'm gonna do that either. Yeah, give me a little bit. Figure this out. Alright, I got hooked up. Got oil coming out of that one so far. Right there. Alright, well, I'm going to spin on this for quite a while. Obviously, it's going to take a bit. So, we're going to drink coffee still. I go to the hardware store and I get this root beer. Get this root beer. I'm trying to find it. What? It's still out there in the thing. Why ain't this about a freaking? Well, I'll be dipped. It's around here somewhere. I'll show you guys that in a little bit, but it's a good root beer. It's called Rat Bastard. I don't know where it went, but I found it. Here it is. Called Rat Bastard. Look at that, ice cold. Better check that oil since I lost a bunch. That might be why I'm not picking up any. I'm picking up a little bit, but Yeah, I'm down a couple quarts. So let me add some. All its glory. So I got the flywheel on, starter on. I found the other starter bolt. The flywheel, I just kind of, it had a little bend in it a little bit, so I kind of tapped it. And then a little crack in there, I did a couple little spot welds, ground her down. That's just temporary, man. I wouldn't run this. I could get this side here to prime good. I could only get a couple over here to freaking prime. So it's either going to blow up or it's going to prime, one or the other. Got to get the exhaust on, distributor in still. I wanted to get the crank in there, or the thing in there, so I could the flywheel and starter on there, so I can make sure I'm truly on top. That's dead center, because I spun the crank to get, when I was priming this and trying to get it to oil over there, I would just give it a crank and prime, crank, prime, crank, crank, you know. So I'm gonna get the, gotta find my header. I don't have header bolts, but I got exhaust bolts, but I may end up having to run and get some freaking bolts. I'll probably have to undo the dipstick again, so the headers will sit on there. Neighbors are about to get a rude awakening. Well, hopefully it starts. Oh, I gotta get a gasket too for this bad boy. You can see that little ding right there, but I need to get this plugged off too. Hey, I got one. I got one right there. Got a plug there. I got a plug on this. I think I'll use that plug for that. I think they're the same size. These holes, I'm not worried about them because they're coolant passages for now. So I just have to fix the vacuum leak here, that big vacuum leak, and hook the battery up and headers, and we're good to go. Alright, I got it on top dead center. Hooked the starter up and turned it over. Put my finger on a spark plug hole, wait till it blew it out, and line my mark up. Had a bunch of debate on the, I shouldn't say debate, but on dropping the distributor in, you want to they want it so that number one's pointing towards the number one cylinder. This can point anywhere as long as you're the one that, when you put your cap on, wherever that post is at, that's where you want it to be to start your number one firing order. Let's see, I've got it number one, I think. Nope, I ain't all the way down. So we gotta get her, I gotta get in there, turn that rod so I can get her to drop down. But she's kind of pointing to number one, you know, and you got this play in here to help get you situated. So I'm gonna get this pulled out again and turn it a little bit so we can get her lined up over here. Now all I'm doing is turning the distributor drive shaft, well, the oil pump drive shaft. So that's where I'm going to be. Alright, that's going to do it for this video for now. Got the distributor dropped in. Hopefully it's going to be right. I just got two bolts on each of these exhausts. I just wanted to make sure. I have to get different ones because they're hitting the manifold, the pipes coming out on, like right here, should be hitting there. I don't know if it's a starter or me just trying to use little thin jumper cables to try to turn that starter, but she won't turn over. She will, but it's like real slow, barely turning over. I think it's got to do with, you know, flywheel being bent. It's not real big cables. So I'm tired, I'm wore out. Kid's here this weekend, I need to spend some time with her. So we will fire this up probably next weekend. I was hoping today, but I still got a lot to do. I still got to get the carb bolted on. I still got to get it gasket for it. I got to get some, probably use studs in here for that. So I got to get some studs. I need to order exhaust bolts, or well, header bolts. I'd like to put some mufflers on this, but if it don't start, I don't want to spend a bunch of money on it. So still got to get that plug. I got to get a vacuum line. I don't know what's that's supposed to go there. I got to get the choke hooked up so it's not choked. Well, I could put a screwdriver in there for that, but yeah, man, so close but yet so far away. I need to, probably should just go ahead and do a nipple on there, but I'm gonna plug it for now. Do a nipple out there for a brake booster if I ever put one in there. Yeah. That return spring's weak. I think all this stuff's weak. So I think this is. Or not weak, but needs to be cleaned up, sprayed down. Alright, well, my weekend's gonna be, the rest of it's gonna be spent with a kid. And so this is gonna be it for this weekend. We'll see you on the next one. Oh, if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button. It's free to press. Now, I don't care if you turn on the notifications and all that stuff. You can have all that stuff off as long as you subscribe. Subscribing's free. Thank y'all.